I know I work at a toxic place, but I just feel so much pressure to do what they say. No, you don't, okay? Understand that all this anxiety that you feel is just because of how we've been conditioned to address authority figures. Like, look at this. You got your parent. You gotta do what your parent says, otherwise you're gonna die. Then you got your teacher, and you gotta do what your teacher says, otherwise they're gonna call your parent. Then you got your coach. You better do what the coach says, otherwise you're not gonna play in the game. Then you got your professor. You better do what the professor says, because if you don't get a good GPA, you can't get a job. So now you got your boss. You better do what the boss says, otherwise you're gonna fucking no. No, you don't. This is just some asshole you're in a financial contract with in which you're trading time for money. So long as you're fulfilling that contract, this guy ain't got shit to say. Fuck him.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Terrence Carter, TC Talks, TC Fitness, and I'm glad to hear with y'all back at it again with a new YouTube video. So, you guys already know that I'm on my journey to continuously learning how money works, understanding the lies that were told to us about the 9-to-5 system, and trying my best to reach the masses of people to help you guys learn the truth and help you guys learn more about investing into assets that produce income rather than you only trading your time for money. Now, the reason why I like to teach people about this outside of, retention and no-fap and things of that nature is because, us living in a capitalistic society, it's very important for you to take care of your financial well-being. And the moment that you put your life in the hands of an employer, you lose the control over your life that you need to have. Now, of course, we all need money, right? We need money to survive. But only strictly dependent on that one source of income is too close to zero. All right? Now, if you personally enjoy videos like this is a call to action. You can like the video if you want to. You can also subscribe if you want to. All right? Now, I have my notes written down. And I have my fair share of reasons as to why this is me personally. It's nothing against anybody. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm not one of those channels. But why I personally don't like the 9-to-5 system and why I'm leaning more on entrepreneurship, which I know it requires a lot more work and it's 10 times harder. But listen, you don't grow by being comfortable. You grow by being uncomfortable. All right? Now, if you guys want to see it, if you guys care to know, my notes are right here. And this is my notes for tonight's live stream that I will be doing with my fiance. So with that being said, I want to tell you guys this, right? First things first, like, the American dream that was sold to us is a complete lie. It's complete, utter malarkey. Yeah, is that the right word? I don't know. It's complete, utter BS. They sold us a dream. If you just go to school, get good grades, graduate, get a degree from college, get a stable job, you'll be okay. But we're obviously living in different times where job security is non-existent. Your employer doesn't personally care about you. They only care about the profits that you can help the company make. And your mental health doesn't matter. A lot more people are revolting against the system. A lot of us are speaking up against the system. And, I'm not sitting here telling you guys entrepreneurship is any easier. I'm not telling you that because it's not. Everything is dependent on you. You don't get the health benefits or the PTO or any of the benefits that a W-2 job will give you. You don't get that as an entrepreneur. Everything is literally dependent on you. The only thing you truly do have is, more time freedom, but you do have to use that time wisely because you have to make sure you're taking care of yourself as well. So yeah, the first thing I want to say about, just the job system in general and why the American dream was a lie is you getting that stable job is not stable. And I say that because they can let you go. You can get let go. You can get fired. You don't own the company. You don't have no equity in the company. They don't give you stock. They give you a paycheck. That paycheck is then eaten up by inflation. I'm not saying making money being an entrepreneur is any different than making money from the W-2 because The money that you make is being eaten up by inflation too. It's a hidden tax that we all pay. But at the end of the day, you have to see that. You have to see the trap. Waiting 2 weeks to get paid. Now, is it the fact that at least I'm getting a paycheck every 2 weeks? Yeah. But it's not always about how much money you make. It's about how much you keep. And it's what you do with the money. Right? So some entrepreneurs make money and they go broke because they spend all the money. They don't think the money gonna end. And that's the same thing with the W-2 system. Right? You'll make money, you'll get paid every 2 weeks. You have this false sense of security, this false sense of stability, and then you just spend all of the money and you don't put nothing into assets. One thing you have to learn how to do, like I tell you guys often, is pay yourself first. You have to learn how to put the money into an asset and live off of less than what you make. All right. The next thing is most jobs feel like suffocation. Like you're being suffocated. Like you don't have no time freedom. It's always work. You don't have no time for yourself. It's a construct where you're very restricted. You don't have no real say so. And it's like, yeah, but you applied to the job. Understandable. Cool. You got that. But it's no sense of freedom. This is where you're gonna be from 9 to 5. You get back home, you're tired, you barely have enough energy to work on your own business, to work on your own craft. I try to put in the work before work, after work, during work, because I really want this. I really want to make this YouTube dream, manifest into reality, and reach 100,000 people on the YouTube channel, get the YouTube plaque, make this my full-time business. This is what I personally want to do. Am I telling you to do what I'm doing? I'm not the controller of your life. You are, right? But the job does feel like suffocation. You don't have no say. You have a manager, you have a supervisor, people constantly thinking that they're better than you, telling you what to do, belittling you or talking to you in any certain type of way because they are these higher people and they're not, bro. You're a regular person just like me. You trading time for money just like me. Like there's no difference. You just got a higher job title, but who cares? And that's another thing I have right now too, is no sense of freedom. Waiting 2 weeks to get paid. People can't get ahead. That's another thing I don't like about the 9-5 system. Now, some people get paid weekly. Cool. Once again, what are you doing with the money? Are you using it to buy back your time? Because rich and wealthy people buy back their time. The working class spends money on liabilities all day. That's it. That's all you care about, is buying things to get a relief. But rich and wealthy people buy assets so that they don't need to spend as much time working for money, because you have the money working for you. Your physical body is going to get tired, bro. You're going to get mentally drained. You're going to be physically drained. You need to buy back your time with the assets. Assets work 24/7. You're going to work 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day or whatever. As an entrepreneur, you're going to work more hours, okay, but you still need money working for you. And I would rather, like Wall Street Trapper said this. I'm not saying they're saying I said this. Nah. Wall Street Trapper said this. He would rather you be an investor before you be an entrepreneur. And that's a fact. That's why I tell people I'm an investor. I'm a long-term investor. That's what I do. And I've been doing this since I was 28, and I personally like it. It's taught me a lot about money. It's taught me a lot about the rat race. It helped me have better financial habits and look at money differently, and learn more about the financial markets. Yeah. I have a lot of things written down, as you guys seen in the beginning of the video. The fact that they don't care, that's another thing I don't like about the W-2 system. They really don't care about you. Once again, they don't care about your mental health. They don't care about nothing that has to do with you and your personal life. It's just, what can you do for the company? What can you do for the organization? Can you help us bring profits in? We're going to pay you this paycheck. We don't care if it don't cover all your bills, but at least we paid you. You figure it out. Let me see. Jobs are like school, and it's conditioning. They condition you to be a worker bee. You're just strictly working for the company. You're not building anything for yourself. You're not working for yourself. You're not benefiting in a way that you wish to benefit. I don't think you'll have Jeff Bezos, or I don't think you'll have Mark Zuckerberg, or any of these ultra wealthy people, I don't think you'll have them sitting in a cubicle just on a computer all day. You feel me? And I'm not trying to sit there and say all 9 to 5 jobs are not important, because there are important jobs out there. You feel me? But they're conditioning you to only work for money. You don't have no money working for you. And then y'all can sit there and say, well, the 401k and the Roth IRA and okay, whatever. Cool. They give you a restriction on when you can touch that money, which is crazy. If you just learn how to open up your own brokerage account, do your research companies, learn about cash flow, it'll make it a little bit more easier for you. But that's up to you. Another thing that you need to know that they're not going to teach you the 9 to 5, and that I don't like about 9 to 5, they're never going to teach you how to have leverage. You need leverage over these companies, because your paycheck can be gone. What do you have to fall back on after that? Once again, they can let you go. We're seeing it happen. They're doing layoffs. People are getting fired left and right. These jobs are not coming back. What do you have to fall back on? You feel me? And y'all see that a lot of people are turning to the internet. They're turning to the internet to try to make money online. They're, you feel me, trying to make it on TikTok. They're trying to make it on, like, with content creation, because of what? Like, the money is there. People are always on their phones. So if people see that, it's like, why not take the chance? You feel me? Is it 10 times harder? Yes, because you need to try to have the views and to keep the people's attention and things of that nature. But is it worth the try? To me personally, yes. That's just me personally. But yeah, you need leverage, meaning you need assets. And you need to understand that just like the companies care about profit, you need to care about profit as well. So profit generation must matter to you. So how can I use some of this money that I get paid from the W-2? How can I learn how to pay myself first of all? Because a lot of people don't pay themselves first. They pay the bills and then they live off of what's left. I pay myself first and then I live off of what's left. That's me. I had nobody teach me this stuff. Like, I don't have nobody sitting down with me saying, Terrence, pay yourself first. Terrence, make sure you're buying assets. Terrence, make sure you're learning about this, and the third. Like, I don't have that. So I had to teach myself. And now I'm trying my best to teach it to other people. But at the end of the day, you're going to do what you want to do. What you do with your life is up to you. It's not up to me. You know? I'm just trying to get y'all to see things differently, because it's a trap. Like people, 60 to 70% of people live paycheck to paycheck, because they get the paycheck, they spend it, they wait 2 weeks to get another paycheck, they spend that, they don't have nothing at the end of the month. That's a trap. So yeah, I'm definitely leaning more towards entrepreneurship. I'm honestly going to start, selling more products. I'm going to try to get into sales. It is what it is. Y'all could judge me if y'all want to, but at the end of the day, I got to do what's best for me. As long as it's adding value to people, that's all that matters. All these companies are selling y'all stuff and they making money. So should I just be like, no, I don't know if they have the money? That's me automatically thinking that y'all don't have money when y'all do. I just gotta make sure I'm adding value to your life. And if you purchase the product that I'm selling, then cool. If you don't, life goes on. But yeah, a lot more people is leaning toward entrepreneurship, because we know there's no sense of job security. There's money everywhere. And you don't always have to just depend on that one paycheck, because you have to have multiple sources of income. Quick video. And like the video, subscribe, leave some comments below. Wake up, America.